Let's talk about the tech in legal tech. So I keep hearing about AI and blockchains and chatbots answering the legal questions. So where is this going? Will AI actually replace human judgment, or how is it going to be?
Well, that is not going to happen. AI will never replace humans, specifically in the legal domain. But yes, it is there to replace the chaos.
Okay.
It is there to remove the clutter on the desk. So it's well seen that AI boom is currently around us. Everything from your refrigerator to your watch has AI.
Right.
But the usage of that AI is what is necessary, and how to use it in the right direction is necessary.
Absolutely.
In our platform, we have this approach of using AI in various different kind of formats and in features. I would like to elaborate on that. The first one being we have very high success rate in the case summarization, which is around 99.9%. So if a plaintiff or if any claimant is filing a 100-pager or a 500-pager SOC, it's very easy for any other stakeholder to just ask the chatbot that we have, the AI chatbot, to summarize the same, or even find any specific date in it, or find the LRN mention, any specific document mention, annexure mention, and the AI can do it in just few seconds. So going through all the pages is not necessary. But as I said, humans cannot be replaced. Your judgment cannot be replaced by AI. So even if I asked as a feature on the platform, if I asked the AI that yes, please draft this reply on this notice that I've received, I will be giving it a prompt. The prompt can be given orally also.
Okay.
And once that document is generated, it would be done within seconds. But yes, I have to give it a go through, because that kind of clarity and the kind of nuances that a case requires, it's just an addition. So the AI is just helping you do whatever process you're already doing very quickly.
Okay.
So this fear is very much relatable to what fear was there when computers were introduced.
Right.
So humans had this thought that we will be replaced or our work would be replaced. But on the contrary, it led to an economic boom. Same as going with the AI. That's why we have inculcated all its features in our platform. And from summarization to speech to transcription to even finding case laws for you, doing legal research, you can sit on the platform. It can help the judge determine what kind of dispute has been filed and what kind of category it belongs to. So that kind of segregation can be possible by AI. I can ask the AI, please find relevant judgments, or please find various different kind of modes for us to process this award. The AI can do the same. So it has been a great experience in using the AI, because when I moved out of court, I was very reluctant to any kind of technology.
Okay.
So, but the moment I started using it, I have found that it has decreased my workload by a very, very great margin. Coming to the second point, we also talk about blockchain. So blockchain is something which is not, I would say, not explored by people a lot. I can bring a small example where you can see that you can easily see in today's time that there is a lot of deepfakes going around. May it be your Instagram, may it be your Facebook, and I would take an example, any food delivery app. If you order a food item, and I can just click a picture and ask AI to put a fly in it, and I can raise an objection on the same, and it could lead to getting a refund back. But blockchain here acts as a deterrent. When you have blockchain on your platform, anything that you upload, anything that you generate is tamper-proof.
Okay.
You cannot touch it. You cannot move it in any way. Any document that is digitally signed is now stored in that ledger. So it will help you in that domain too. I certainly believe that when we talk about tech, AI, or when we talk about blockchain, we always think that there is a great digital divide between the country, and would it be easily accepted? To this, the only answer I have is, we have seen the success of JAM, Jan Dhan Yojana. We have seen the success of UPI. We have seen how people would question that any street hawker would accept 10 rupees or not via UPI. So we have easily scaled that. We know there is no digital divide.
Right.
We know that Indians are very accustomed to technology now. So this is the moment for ODR. So ODR can prove to be the UPI moment of the legal system. That is what I believe in.
Looking forward in 2026, which industries and sectors do you think will benefit the most from ODR?
Well, Stuti, I have always believed that any organization or any body, any individual who has an agreement with someone, because an agreement or an arbitration clause leads to any kind of arbitration or maybe a mediation clause, they are the potential users of our platform. So there is no such thing as only one industry or a few industries would benefit. It is covering mostly all of the private sector, all of the government sector, because any transaction that goes on has to have a contract, and
Right.
there can be addition of arbitration clause, there can be addition of mediation clause. So that is one thing which happens. But at the same time, to answer your questions, I've seen that the banking industry, the kind of boom it's having, and also the NBFCs, also the security markets, they are the main benefactors of ODR for now. Also, I would say family courts, and when you talk about civil law, there also you see a lot of usage of ODR. So I would say that when all of this is ODR is breaking through, it's revolutionizing the way we deal with disputes. The major benefactor would be the one who adopts the technology as soon as possible.
Okay.
Because when you talk about adoption of ODR, as I have earlier discussed, it directly leads to your reduced cost, your reduced burden, time wastage is reduced. So you gain in all of your other domains. You have more and more disposable income to have other expansion-ready projects that you can plan. I would bring to your notice some case studies that I've seen in my working experience. So if I take a small segment or maybe an individual, we understand that if someone receives a legal notice, the kind of mental pressure or the kind of anxiousness they go through, the moment you see your matter settled within 15 days or within 45 days with a settlement agreement in your hand, which is something that you can take to the court also later on, there is a lot of relaxation that we see in that person. And on the other side, when you see a very big bank who is a multinational bank working in the domain of finance and lending money, the moment they engage us and they see a very high jump in their recollection of money, in their recovery, and even during the process of ODR, they see a lot of people calling them to settle their dues. We do realize that, yes, the power of any of those methods that they have chosen is at a very great scale. So it's the messages, the process is not only sent via the platform, on the platform, but it is sent throughout different modes also. It could be an SMS, it could be an email, it could be a WhatsApp message. It is also including physical delivery where it is mandated by court or is required. So all those, when those features are covered, all those segments are covered, we do see that there is a greater success rate in, as I said, even a smaller segment and also a bigger segment.
So considering that the notices and all of those are sent on emails and SMS also, which means that you are assured of the delivery of those notices to the person. A lot of times in real-time scenarios, what people do is they don't accept the physical dispatches that they get, or their addresses have been changed or something like that.
Correct. Very, very well said. So this has been a very major problem for many of our clients. The moment they engage with us, they get to know that, yes, the actual delivery of the notice, of the document, or any invitation is actually happening. They can track it live. They can see its physical movement also. So that is something that, as you said, it makes sure that, yes, the delivery of notice has been done, the document has been done, and can ensure further progress. So yeah, that's very, very nice feature of the ODR platform.
Absolutely. So everything that we just talked about, everything that we just covered, looking ahead, what's the dream? Like in India, can legal not mean stress?
Well, Stuti, I'm very positive for the same. I certainly would want to believe that, and would like to see that ODR becomes the invisible infrastructure for our country, where it takes up all the resolutions, where easy mediations or easy arbitrations or easy negotiations can happen. I would want that ODR grows into that space where it's not called alternative dispute resolution method. It's called the way. It becomes so mainstream that everyone thinks that this is what actually justice is. And going to the court, taking the longer route, should be only as the last measure. So that is what we believe in. That is what our vision is. So we are trying to grow in that domain, and we are very, very positive for the same. And we can see the signs too. We have seen the judiciary adopting the e-courts program, phase 3, where they have made ODR as a very integral part. And we also see massive adoption of this technology, as I said, in the BFSI sector, in the NBFC sectors, in the fintech sectors. Also, we see that there are amendments and acts coming up in the arbitration domain, in the mediation domain. So the government is also on our side. Government also wants that this clogging of the judiciary should be taken up very quickly and it should run very smoothly. So that is what the dream is. That is what the vision is. And we are continuously working for the same. And to conclude the same, I've always believed, and we at Jupitice also believe, that India has been the leader in the digital space. We want to be a digital economy. We want to be a 4 trillion, 5 trillion, 6 trillion economy. But we should also think that we should be a justice-based economy. So my conclusion to all of this would be that the dream is to have a just economy where everyone gets their rights and at the same time is growing to their maximum potential.